Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? I thought I'd switch things up today and show off my Dreamcast collection. Now, I'll warn you, it's not a lot. It's kind of basic. I don't have Gotten Bird or Illbleed or Skies of Arcadia or anything like that. It's just games that I sort of like a lot. These are games that I played when the Dreamcast was in its prime. I mean, I'm assuming you all know this by now, but I have a huge attachment to the Dreamcast. It was the first console that I've ever played. It was my first gaming memory. You know, I just remember my dad bringing home the Dreamcast on $99.99, and yeah, I like the Dreamcast a lot. But enough bullshit. Let's just get started. Alright, Shenmue. Now, before I go into this game, I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Nightshades. He actually sent me this for a decent price. This is actually his, well, this was his personal copy. But yeah, man, shout out to Nightshades. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of Shenmue, but it's always nice to play this game from time to time. I mean, I gotta be honest, I'm not a big RPG guy, but this game is good for the most part. Alright, Metropolis Street Racing. Now, I'll be honest, this isn't your average street racing game. I would say it's very similar to the Midnight Club series, but instead of racing to earn, money and cars, you're racing for the currency in this game called kudos. And with kudos, you get a lot of levels and different cars and stuff like that. I would say one big downside about this game is there's no customization at all. You can change the color, change the window tint, change a few things, but that's about it. I would say this game doesn't really have a lot of customization, but it has a lot of detail in certain ways. Like let's just say you have your Dreamcast set to daytime. You're also gonna be playing tracks during the day, or you set your Dreamcast at 3 o'clock in the morning. You're gonna be playing this game at 3 o'clock in the morning. The game is set to your clock cycle on the Dreamcast. So let's just say, I don't know, let's just say you're in the East Coast and you're playing Metropolis Street Racer at, I don't know, fucking 7 a.m. on the East Coast. Then obviously if you play San Francisco in the game, it's going to be set at, night. This game is very detailed, but it's, I don't know how to explain it, but this game is just fun nonetheless. Alright, now Hoffman's Pro BMX. Now, I'll be honest, I've heard good things and bad things about this game. I've heard that it was, old Tony Hawk clone, it's Tony Hawk and this and that. I mean, obviously, they're both kind of the same. I mean, look at that right there, based off the Tony Hawk engine. I'll be honest, this game is good in its own ways. Of course, it has its ups and downs, but this game is still good, nonetheless. I mean, obviously, this is a PS1 port, but it's good. I'll just say that this game is good in its own way. All right, next game, Sega GT. Now, of course, the Sega GT, it was meant to go up against. Give me 1 second to grab it. Hopefully, I don't knock everything down. This is obviously supposed to go up against Sega GT was meant to go up against Gran Turismo, and unfortunately, Gran Turismo kind of won since there's still Gran Turismo games being released to this day. I think there was a new game released on the PS5 recently, so yeah, unfortunately, Gran Turismo sort of won that battle. But enough about Gran Turismo. Let's just talk about Sega GT. Sega GT is very similar to Gran Turismo in a lot of ways. You just earn a license, then you race, unlock cars. It's supposed to be very simulation based, and I feel like, again, this game is good in its own ways, but it's okay for the most part. Yeah, I'll just say that. Now, how could I have a Dreamcast without having Crazy Taxi? I mean, come on now. And I've had my Dreamcast for about a year, and I picked this up like a couple months ago. But I mean, yeah, what's there not to say about this game that hasn't been said already? It's great. I mean, the music is great. It's very arcadey. You can pick out certain characters. You get to drive around San Francisco doing some crazy shit, doing jumps, doing drifts, stuff like that. This game is just fun. All right, now another Dreamcast classic, House of the Dead 2. This game is absolutely fun. Now the thing is with me though, I don't have a CRT TV or a light gun. So unfortunately, I have to play this game through the controller. Now, apparently that's not how it's supposed to be played, but I would say it's still fun, nonetheless. Although it can be a bit more challenging, sitting the NPCs and stuff like that. But this game's still fun nonetheless. All right, now another Dreamcast staple, Ready to Rumble Boxing. I mean, again, another classic. It's your basic arcade boxing game, but I would say with a little bit of strategy. You know, instead of button mashing, you're supposed to use a little bit of strategy. You're supposed to use, you know, like uppercuts and stuff like that. This game is just comedic and fun. I'll say that. Now, another Dreamcast classic, Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, if I'm not correct, I believe this was a Dreamcast launch title, and I think this is missing the game, so I'll just step a little bit. There we go. But I believe this was a Dreamcast launch title. But yeah, this game is just fun. Although I will admit, though, again, if I don't knock anything down, I will admit though, as much as I love this game, I kind of like its sequel a little bit better. I mean, don't get me wrong, like this was the first Sonic Adventure I've ever played, but playing this with the context of this, it obviously makes a lot more sense. But I feel like both games are good in their own ways. I would get Sonic Adventure 2 for the Dreamcast, but that shit's fucking expensive. But yeah, both games are good in their own ways. All right, now this this is useless, but I'll show it off anyway. Yeah, Sega Dreamcast web browser. Unfortunately, the SegaNet servers aren't up anymore, so this is useless. I'll say that. Now, that's all of my complete box Dreamcast games, but I do have a few more. Another big shout out to my buddy Najee. He actually sent me a few Dreamcast demo discs. Now I know people say, you know, demo discs are trash or useless or whatever, but me personally, I use these as like shopping lists. Like I believe on this demo disc specifically, there's this game called Outrigger. It's your basic arcade arena shooter, and it's fun. I definitely gotta pick this up, but I definitely gotta pick that up. But yeah, basically just use these as like shopping lists. That's all I really use them for now. Now these Sega Dreamcast games I obviously got kind of loose, and yeah, let's just show them off. All right, now of course Jet Set Radio, another Dreamcast staple. I mean, basically what you're doing throughout the game is just roller skating and doing graffiti and taking out rival gangs. It's just fun, and the soundtrack on this game is just amazing. Alright, now, here's one tip. If you want to buy expensive games like Def Jam Fight for New York or Chibi Robo or any expensive game, buy them loose. Now, with this one, I got lucky. I actually got this with my Dreamcast, my local retro gaming store. They had this loose disc for like $30. I figured, why not? The game complete box is worth like 60 to 70. I got lucky. Got it for 30 because it's loose. So if you want to buy expensive shit, buy it loose. But this is your basic Street Fighter. I mean, it's fun. All right, Echo the Dolphin. Now, I'll be honest, this game is weird but relaxing. you basically control a dolphin. You can go up and down and swim and all that shit. It's fun. It's just weird, but again, it's relaxing. Play this game. Check it out. Alright everybody, that's basically it. That's my whole Dreamcast collection. Now, like I said before, it's nothing much. Just games that I like a lot. I mean, I'll be honest, these two games I played during the Dreamcast's prime. And yeah man, I don't know man. I love the system. It was my first console I've ever played, so obviously I'm really nostalgic for the Dreamcast. My god, that sounds corny. But ladies and gentlemen, if you want to subscribe. Do whatever you want to do, no rush. And tell me down below what's your favorite Dreamcast game. Tell me down in the comments. I'll see you guys later. Peace.